Ahoy my good people, this is Naval Action with Ligor, a game I really waited for ever since I started reading the Master and Commander novels by Patrick O'Brian. And so far it's just in alpha, but it's looking really good, as you will see in a moment. And as far as they promised, it will have everything I wanted in such a game. There were games before, like the Age of Sails, but it didn't deliver. If you stand in the wind and making the same way as with the wind, that's not a good sailing game, I would say. But anyway, let's get on to a couple of ships I want to show you. Now here we are in the yacht, which is the first ship you might have, or one of the two first ships you get when you pre-ordered, which is not possible anymore. And it's the lightest ship. It has, I don't know, some odd 12 cannons, which is quite okay. I haven't played it much because you have to do some damage in order to get new ships, better ships, bigger ships. And this is the one you get if you pre-ordered. And there are the pipes. They say that the enemy is in sight. Over there is a cutter, which is the second ship in the line, but I will come to that later. And as you can see, it's beautiful. Sunset. I have turned the consoles off so you can enjoy the sight. Here we go. Okay, I turn the HUD on. Here we go. As you can see, in the left bottom corner is the direction of the wind and the position of your ship. To it. And with such a ship, which is not square rigged, I think Latin rigged, you can really move close to the wind, as you can see. Still making 11 knots. Upper left corner is the status of your ship, which is actually a boat so far, because only 3-masted vessels are called ship in the Navy. Don't ask me why. Oh, and the enemy, which is a computer enemy, already starts firing at me. There he is. Look at this. And here we have the Lynx, which is the actual first ship you have to make damage with in order to get the next one, the cutter. It has 8 guns, 4 on each side. And my friend over there has a Snow, which is a beautiful ship as well. And as you can see, it has 2 masts. It's quite nimble. It can as well go very close out to the wind, which is a big advantage over the square rigged sails, square rigged ships, as the snow is. So here we have the cutter, which is the next ship in line. It just has one mast, but it's still fore and aft rigged. It's again a very beautiful ship. As you can see, the animation of the crew is not very correct yet. As far as I know, there are 6 guys who operate one gun, not only one. Yeah, and that's it. And again, it's so beautiful. Now look. All hands make sail. And you start to make way. Here we have the brig, which is the first square rigged vessel in the game. As you can see, 2 masts, the yards, the jib, and 1 fore and aft yard arm. Some points, as you might know already. This is the bow, this is the stern, the beams, starboard beam, port bow, starboard bow, and here's the quarter, starboard quarter, port quarter, just to make sure. This is the main mast here, and this is the foremast. And we're on. With W and S you can control the sails, as you can see here. Now I'm under full sail. With B you have battle sails. Here you can choose the ammunition for each gun, or at least row of guns. Here you have repairs, sailing, gunnery and survival, which means that you can assign your crew to these tasks. So if they are on sailing, you're a bit quicker in sailing. In gunnery you have a better reload time, probably better aiming accuracy. And survival, they work the pumps, so if you have water coming in, they will pump it out as long as it's not too much. So with the square rigged ships, in order to bring it around quite fast, you have to work the yards as well, which you can do with Q and E. You can handle the foremast yards to bring them in the wind or out of the wind, or the backward masts, the main and the mizzen, which is on my keyboard Y and Z. It used to be Z, but I have a German keyboard, so I had to switch the Z to a Y. Now tricky thing is to handle all this very quickly. So I can lock the rudder to right, then bring the foreyard arms around out of the wind, and you see we turn quite briskly. But then is the problem, we come into the wind, and if we come into the wind, the forward motion almost comes to an halt if we are too slow, and then we miss stays. But I managed to do it. And now I go back to auto skipper, which is F, to bring the yards to the best point of sailing with the wind at our just before the beam. And this is almost the fastest way we can go head on to the wind, as you see. Very different from the fore and aft rigged sailors, as the ship over there can go much closer to the wind. Yeah. And now I will try to put in a broadside to this computer, I think. So, with space I can do a ranging shot. The left mouse button. Whoa, and I miss. I just overshot. As you can see, it's quite a slow-paced game so far. Which could be even more so if you have the whole ocean to sail on, and not just the battleground where you will lose if you leave it for longer than 2 minutes. So I try to cross his stern and rake him from stern to stem, but I'm pretty sure I'm too slow. So, and here comes the tricky part. Bring the ship around in a brisk motion. And I present my broadside and well, go back to battle sails, ranging shot, which goes way too far. And fire away! So now I try. Ship around as quickly as possible. My guns are reloaded. So now we'll load some double shots to make his life miserable. As you see, I immediately lose forward motion when I come into the wind. My colleague is doing. Ah, he's engaged. Fire away! Now this is naval action, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. There are videos coming up. I will try to get into more detail about sailing and everything that concerns the handling of the ship and the guns and everything. And of course, when there's new content of the game, I will keep you updated. And yeah, well, so long, see you next time, and I am out.